Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. It is called applied kinesiology. Applied kinesiology. Now, I know that sounds like very technical jargon, but what it essentially means is that you can hear your body talking, or somebody else can hear it, interpret it, and tell you what your body is saying. Your body never lies. So if you've got some challenges going on, whether they're mental, physical, whatever it might be, and you try to figure it all out, maybe you've been to doctors and they really don't have anything. They throw you some pills to take care of the symptoms, but they don't go to the root cause. Applied kinesiology can provide you with the answers. Literally body talk. And I'm not making that up. She's a certified body talk trainer and practitioner and so much more. Doctor of naturopathy, certified nutritional counselor. She's also a master herbalist. And we are going to dig back into this thing called body talk, which is fascinating. And by the way, applied kinesiology, been around a long time. Didn't just, pop up, last week and let's talk about it. Years, decades in the making, backed up by science. She is our professional of the year. Dr. Jacquilen Tomas Ali is back with us. How are you doing today?
Doing fantabulous. How are you, Mr. Steve? How's it going?
Really good. Really good. I've learned a lot along the way here about body talk. Before we met, I had heard about it loosely. And,
yes,
through you started digging into it and truly learning more about it. I guess we should recap from where we were last week. Just call this part 2 about body talk. But am I explaining it right in terms of what it does?
You're pretty much generally there. Body talk, and in fact, let me share the chart that's used in body talk so that a person can know what I'm talking about. Can you see this?
I can.
All right. Very good. Very good. Body talk is an energy consciousness-based system, which is allowing a person's body to share and describe what's going on. Sometimes the person's body has what we now know as symptoms to let the person know that there's something going on. But the symptoms only provide some of the information. It's the symptoms are more of I need to have your attention. Let me get your attention, and that kind of situation. With body talk, it helps to narrow it down and to help the body do the healing that it knows how to do, because our body knows how to heal. It's just at times it needs help and assistance because of something we've eaten, our lifestyle, our energies, emotions, all of that. But it's a matter of helping the body realign so that it can then heal itself. So if you notice, this is the body talk protocol chart, the advanced protocol chart. And I enjoy this chart because it really focuses on different areas of the body, and it keeps my ego out of it. So I'm not guessing or diagnosing. I had to study all of this, and I'll just briefly go through the sections because you can see that it is divided into sections. At the top where it says permissions, there is the practitioner, in case the practitioner has some things that need to be cleared out so that the session can go on, as well as the client giving themselves permission to heal. Because even though sometimes clients will come to a session, on a conscious level, they want the healing, but on an unconscious level, sometimes they don't think they deserve it. In section 1, we have some Chinese medicine in there. We have organs, endocrines, body parts, which focuses more on the physiological part of it, the physical, and then energies in terms of chakras. In section 2, environment, more of the physical environment in terms of the building, the furniture, things like that. And there's also a part where if a person is being influenced very heavily by certain planetary alignments, there's the opportunity to help balance that misalignment. In section 3, matrices, this focuses on the people aspects, the people combinations, whether it's the family members, work colleagues, neighbors, it doesn't matter, members of organizations, it's a matter of the people relationships. And then in section 4, this is, balancing the functioning of the actual physical body that was up in section 1. So in this section, the chemistry of the body, cells repairing themselves, circulation, and even in bodygenics, there's the emphasis and inclusion of emotional release, because part of being human involves emotions, and that's just the way it is. That's just how we are structured.
Am I right in assuming that because this is utilizing energy as well, that before you begin, you talk about permission, you have to get the permission of somebody before you begin a treatment? Like ask them or ask their body for the okay.
Absolutely. Because if a person does not want a session in their mind, they don't want a session. Although the body, because this can be done remotely. And if their body is saying, yes, energetically, yes, we want this. But if that person is not aligned with it, then it's not, it's in other words, it's a matter of really, truly, from the beginning, getting the permission of the person on a physical, mental, emotional, psychological level, so that everything is, that they're open to receive or to release whatever comes up. And if they're not, even though they may not know what it is, because, we have our thoughts as to what we want it to be, but with body talk, it really goes down deep in terms of the cause, what's causing it. And it's a matter of just going beyond what symptoms may reveal.
Dr. Jackie, would you ever, or could you ever have a situation like this where somebody comes to you, they're open to this type of healing, and you ask their body through body talk, and you get a no from the body? Is that even possible if their mind is saying, yeah, let me give this a try, and the body comes back and says, through you testing, it says, no, I don't want to do this. Could that ever happen?
For me, it has not happened.
Okay.
However, I know of colleagues as well as instructors who have had that experience, and they honor what the person says.
Right.
That if the person says, no, I don't want it, they honor that, but they leave it open that if the person at another point in time changes their mind or are willing to try it, or if they have questions, because sometimes people say no because of what they think it is, like certain fears and things like that, what
Sure.
they think it is. But there is the opportunity, so it's nothing is done against the will, the conscious will of the person.
So, as a even an example to that, I suggested hypnotherapy for someone close to me, and
Mm-hmm.
I've done it. Practitioner is great, and they did like 3 sessions and said, "Nah, it didn't work. And I got nothing out of it. I just canceled the rest of them. I'm not going to do them." And I know this person's personality.
Yes.
I know without a shadow of doubt that they weren't ready for it or open to it at that time. I already know it because it would have worked, but you have to be open to accepting other ways to heal and that this stuff
Yes.
is real and can work for
Yes.
you.
And you know that one of the other things too is that many times we as humans look for the fast zip zap zoom. I want to see results like right now. And I tell my clients and let them know that with body talk, our body heals and balances at its own pace. So even though your friend may not have felt any
Oh,
experiences at that time, doesn't mean that it didn't have an impact on or an effect that they may experience at another time.
fair enough. I believe that. This,
Hmm.
you're dealing in that situation with the subconscious. I got to believe that something went in and maybe made a little bit of adjustment and maybe there was some benefit at some point.
Yes.
With the chart that you're showing us, and I'm just going to share for those that don't see it and are listening, it's very detailed and the sections break off into subsections, subcategories of very specific areas of the body, muscular, nervous system, reproductive, on and on and on and on.
Yes.
This is what you use as you're working with somebody, correct?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's one of the key reasons why I enjoy body talk, because it keeps my ego out of it.
Mm.
I'm using applied kinesiology, which is the clinical name for muscle testing,
Mm-hmm.
to ask the energy within the person's body, what, where should we go?
Yep.
And it's just a matter of me just taking the steps to ask and then go from there.
And you talk about the ego. Your ego is out of the way, but so is the person that you're working with, because you could ask a question of somebody, yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, it could be anything. And they go, no, that's not me, not at all. I don't know. But using muscle testing, and this goes back to what we said in the very, very beginning, that the body doesn't lie. So it is going to be, you have a direct path from the subconscious right to you with the answer. So even though somebody might be denying it verbally, you're gonna know with the body, you're gonna know the truth. Put it that way.
You know what? You're absolutely right. And I'm going to briefly share an experience, and I'm going to share it hopefully in a way that does not compromise confidentiality. I worked with a client recently where they were concerned about the father of their child interacting with the child directly, because there was, I guess, like a separation space. And we asked questions regarding it, and they expressed their thoughts. And then I said, word the question so that it can give you a yes or a no.
Mm.
And they reworded it so that we could get a yes or no. And the answers came out much clearer to help them to know the direction they should go. Now, it doesn't take away free will, because a person can say, you know what, I don't care, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. And that's fine because we have free will. But at least they have the information as to what they were concerned about regarding their particular question.
Gotcha.
So it doesn't make a person do something. It provides the insight and the answers, and it helps the body to make the necessary balancing, adjustments, and healing that it knows how to do, no matter how long it takes.
Well, that's a great point you bring up. And I don't believe we focus enough on that, how the body is such an amazing machine and can heal itself.
Yes.
It can heal it. That's why we still exist after thousands of years. Yes, modern medicine.
You want to try millions of years?
Oh, okay.
All right, we'll stick with thousands.
Well, yeah, thousands and thousands eventually to millions. But we were able to heal ourselves way back in the day, and still are. But what happened along the way? We had environmental issues and challenges. Then modern medicine comes in. Then big pharma, which has, not getting into politics here, pushed us to billions of dollars, pushed us toward always going to medication to treat the symptoms and not the root cause. And I believe that we kind of lost our way along the way, where this stuff is how it was back then. And now you add all the other factors in, environmental, pesticides. We're getting sicker and sicker. Cancer rates are going up, on and on and on and on. But even for some of the things that you think you can't be healed from, you can. This is it right here. But you need to know what you need to heal from. And the answers come from asking your body. That's it.
Exactly. And understand that the culture of health and healing that's prevalent in this country is not the way it is around the world.
Ah, good point.
In other cultures, other countries, they utilize other systems that help to assist the body in its healing and balancing. And they may make adjustments in the nutrition, meditation, things like that really won't necessarily include medications.
I thank you for saying that. And I don't want to run out of time if you want to use me as a test subject, because I think we had talked about doing that. But yes, even in Asian cultures, they breathe differently. We don't breathe the same here. We as a society take, many of us, very short breaths and don't realize it, where Asian cultures, very deep breaths. That's the way they roll every single day. Why don't we do that? Because we're stressed out. We have lots of anxiety and just making a living and just getting by here. So are we going to test this out on me?
Well, there's one more section that I want to go over, and then we can go that route. Maybe I should. Yeah, I'll do it that way. I'll share that screen. Share it that way. Mm-hmm. Can you?
Oh yeah, other modalities. I see.
Yes. Yes. All righty. Let me just kind of open this up. Other modalities. And this is Body Talk's way of saying that Body Talk is not the magic bullet that's going to fix everything. And if one can remember, at the very bottom of the chart, there was that section that said other modalities. And this is to include knowing that the body may require other things to help it to support the healing that it knows how to do, such as acupuncture or exercise, even crystals. I've been led to include crystals, meditation and prayer, as well as yoga, Reiki, Tai Chi, and these different modalities. And by using, I'm going to use my fingers as the as the advanced protocol to do the session, will help the body know, will help the practitioner know what else the body may need that the person can do on their own. Because a lot of these, I can do them, but I said, no, I'm not going to complicate things. If a person needs assistance with Pilates, I can refer them to people who teach Pilates.
Sure.
If a person needs assistance with herbs, I can make those referrals.
So I'm looking at our clock. We got about 3 minutes and change here.
Okay. All right. So now I'm going to use my fingers and program. Yes is when the fingers are smooth. No is when it sticks. And can we do a body talk session, a mini body talk session on Steve? Yes. Okay. Special focus? No. Regular? Yes. Permissions? No. Section 1? No. 2? No. 3? No. 4? No. Other modalities? Yes. Okay, so now let's see. Is it acupuncture? No. Therapeutic massage? No. Exercise? Yes. And I just made a list of various exercises that are very popular, but not necessarily just these.
Sure.
Walking, no Zumba, no stretching, no gym. Yes. So if you have been including going to the gym in your regiment, keep doing that, because your body is saying, yes, yes, I love it. I love it.
Now, for those who can't see, you're rubbing your index finger and thumb together. And,
Yes.
You're picking up on my energy, or my body's sending the answers, and that's how you're getting.
And exactly.
By the way, I have nothing to hide, so if anything comes up, whatever it may be, bring it on.
Okay. All righty. Is there anything else with this? No. Now, the last piece to this is it's called a tapping out, where we are tapping 3 brains, and I'll just share briefly how to do it, because I want you to do it with me. And we understand and know about the head brain because we're so familiar with it, but there's also the energy within the heart, and then the energy within the gut. And many times people now are talking about, I get this thing in my gut that's telling me blah, blah, blah. It's because that's an energy center. So to reinforce and to keep this aligned, I'm asking you to tap the top of your head, keeping both hands in alignment to do both left and right sides of the body, and then tapping the heart center, and now tapping the gut. And that's telling the body it's realigning and that it is in support of you going to the gym.
I make commitments to myself, with the gym, and I'm not, be honest, I'm not pushing myself.
No, you do it at your own rate, your own pace.
But I need to kick it up to see results. I show up, but I haven't kicked it up, and that's where I need to step that up. So and I've been telling my friends too. I'm in a men's group, and we make commitments weekly, and one of them is going to the gym 4 times an hour pop, which I do, but do I really dig into it? Honestly, no. So it's almost as if my body's saying, hello, we like this. Keep doing this, but more.
Yes.
Very cool.
And you know what? Know that you will evolve and grow and increase at your own pace, in your own timeline. And because of what you just expressed, that you're going to be doing things a little differently. And that's great.
This is fascinating. And I'm a big believer in all types of energy. And this is just another exchange of energy. Really, really cool. Dr.
Yes.
Jackie. If somebody wants
Thank
to
you.
try this or ask you some questions about it, how do they find you?
My website is earthlyessence.life. Life. Earthly Essence, all one word, earthlyessence.life.
Healing, using energy. Amazing.
Yes.
And this is the best part, at least in my estimation. You don't have to do anything as the person on the receiving end. You don't even have to give up any information. You don't have to tell stories about back in the day when you're back with. No, just sit there and say, yes, do it. Let's go. And you come back with all the answers by listening to what somebody's body is saying.
Exactly.
Super cool.
I encourage people to share whatever, because it's a way of opening themselves up, but not necessarily for the information to be used within the session.
Absolutely.
Because I have no idea what's going to come up, and I like it that way.
Yeah. And you know what? Some of us have been through some stuff, and maybe we don't want to talk about it again, but we know we need to heal. It's not like a therapy session where, all right, tell me what happened when you were a child.
Exactly.
It's not like that. Yeah.
Exactly. It's a matter of let's go underneath, get to the root of it, whether it's releasing pain or anger or whatever emotions, or assisting the body in healing a broken limb, whatever the case may be.
Because your body can.
Yes.
Your body
yes,
can.
it can.
It has been wonderful.
Absolutely.
During these series of podcasts with you, Dr. Jackie, learned a lot, validated a lot for me and others, and truly appreciate it. And again, if somebody's looking to heal in a holistic way, even just to ask some questions, once again, what's your website?
earthlyessence.life.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yes.
And
thank you, Steve. You have been phenomenal in your direction, support, and I'm truly grateful, truly grateful.
Likewise. And, I have a feeling we'll be connecting again at some point. So,
all right.
The universe knows. actually, our bodies know. We need to listen.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll talk soon. Thanks again.
All right. Take care.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Let's go inside the mind of a 10-year-old.
I should have worn those earrings today. I like those earrings. Gabby has those awesome earrings. I need to ask her where she got those, but that's just what she would want me to do. I'll have Michaela ask her for me.
Buckle up, Sarah.
Yeah, but then Michaela will be like, why don't you just ask her yourself? That's just like Michaela.
Sarah, buckle up.
Michaela's such a great name. I wish I was called Michaela. There's like a dozen Sarahs in my class.
Hey, we're not hitting the road until you buckle up, honey.
Oh yeah, seatbelt. I forget sometimes because my brain is like busy, I wonder if there's pizza at school today.
Sometimes it can be tough to get through to your kids, but it's not impossible. Always make sure they're wearing their seatbelts, even on short drives. Remember, you have the keys, you have the power. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. Visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup for more information.